gonna need them today. Holy cow, that took a long time. Yeah. Oh, you look at you being so good. Yeah. Look at you being so good. Oops, I need to change that. There we go. There's one. Here, while I'm doing this, you needed something to eat. Yeah. There you go. Have a little snacky snack. Snacky snack before we go. Drink some water, so that's good. Get down in there. Just get down in there. Throw them down in there. These are the 17s. Yeah, these are 17s. That one fit right down in there. I don't know why that other one doesn't wanna. I got a couple of those. I don't think I need any of these, but I need to save that one. Dorig16, thank you for the follow. Yes. And we'll throw that in there. It'll fit in there. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, make sure my mod account is working. Okay, mod account seems to be working. So we can go. Yeah, we can go finally. Yeah, I know. My dog's looking at me like, are you ready to go? Come on. Okay. Okay, well, let me look out the door first. No, I gotta look. Here. Oh, gosh dang, I gotta put the leash on. Oh, she's so excited. But I know there's people out there and she's gonna be crazy pants. I don't know if the dog Nazi's shown up yet, so we're gonna do that. Okay, let's go. Why's your ball hanging out here? There we go. Here, now we can go. It is, oh, come on, we can go this way. You don't have to go that way. Yeah. It's not too bad out here this morning, but there is 0 clouds that are going to be covering the sun, so it is going to get warm. I expect we'll probably be out here for maybe a couple hours, just because we're going to take it easy. It'll be a lot of power hiking and walking and everything. Want to go that way? We can go that way. No, I don't want to go that way. No, we're not. I don't want to go that way. Kind of wanted to go. I don't know which way to go. Okay, you go potty while I figure out which way we want to go today. Could go this way. We haven't gone this way for a long time, but I was thinking about we can run back the other way. Okay, come here. Let me take you off. Let me take you off. There we go. We're going to go this way. She has decided we're going this way. And I don't actually know when the last time we went this way. I love this trail, though, because it's called No Trail. That is the actual name of the trail, No Trail. It's actually getting kind of busy here. When we rolled into the parking lot, there wasn't very many cars here. We've only been here maybe 10 minutes because I just had to get the stream up and all that. Oh, she's gonna poop. Well, good thing we're not very far away from the trailhead. But this is really super steep. I don't know if you guys can really tell. This is actually steeper than power line, and it'll eventually connect up to power line. But we haven't been this way for a long time. I was actually thinking about taking the long easy way up, but we can just go up. At least that wasn't a runny poop like you've been having. She ate something the other day that did not agree with her. Okay, let's go throw this away. You can stay here, but I gotta go throw this away. She's like, nope. I know where we're going. She's probably gonna go back to the van and be like, yay, we're done. I think she's actually a little more energetic than I thought she would be. She had a lot of energy last night too after our run yesterday, which I was giving her crap about being a liar because she was our run. Okay, where are you going? It was funny. She put on the brakes and like darn near skidded a little bit. As I was like, where are you going? To change direction. But like, oh shoot, when were we out here the other day? I don't remember when it was, and we were doing the whole ridge, and it was about as warm as it is. It was a little warmer than well, once we got back in there, it was warmer than it is now. It's about 67, 68 degrees right now, but it's gonna get really warm in no time. By lunch, it's supposed to be about 82. Actually, it's not even by lunch. In like 2 hours, it's supposed to be like 82. Gain 10 degrees. So. But anyways, that was like a 14 miler. I don't even think we did 14. 13. I was trying to do the whole thing, which would have been about 15, but before we even made it to the other end where it drops down on to the other end of the trailhead, she had already blown through all of her water and part of my water. So I was like, well, if we go all the way down, it's one hell of a climb to come back up. And we will run out of water before we even make it up, and then we still have 7 miles to come back with no water sources along the way. So we turned around early and we ran out of water just on the other side of this mountain. So about would have been about 1.5 miles, 2 miles from the end. And she was just like tired the whole time. And then so I gave her the next day off and just ran myself. And then the next day we only did about 5 miles with her. And she was so tired the whole time. And then we did, and that was around here. And then we did 5 miles down to Bozeman, hiking the M, and kept going past it and ran up the ridge down in Bozeman. And we only made it about 5.5 miles because we just went until we ran out of water in one bottle. So we still had one to come back with because I didn't want to have the same thing happen that we did the time before. And yeah, she was just tired like the whole time. And then next day I did just an easy, I don't even think it was 4.5 miles around here again. Whole time she was just slow. Oh yes, it's really pretty here. This is for where we're at right now, probably my favorite trails system to go, just because for my training block, because it'll get us lots of vertical. But anyway, she was still tired. And then after that, so then yesterday I decided to, and I did an extra run the night before on top of the 4.5 that we did. And yesterday we, not high enough to kind of see the city yet, but overlooking the valley. Then yesterday we did a 16, and the whole time she was like, let's go. And I'm like, what the hell? Here you've been telling me you're so tired out on just like a little 4 mile, and you're going through like just sucking down my water. And then yesterday she didn't take any of my water. Of course there was some springs and creek and stuff along the way, but she didn't even drink a lot of that. And she was just like happy the whole time. And then when we got back, she was pretty tired, but that only lasted for like, I don't know, 2 hours. And then she was like, let's go again. Even last night, like before bed, I tried to get her to go do her bedtime pee before I went to bed. And we were over by the park, and she was like, let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Oh man, my legs are tired from yesterday, and this is making me breathe a lot harder than I normally would. And we're at lower elevation today than we were yesterday. By the time we get to the very top, we'll be about at the base elevation that we were at yesterday. I wants to go minimum of 4.5 on this. If that's all I can get her to do, then I'll do another run this afternoon, just some easy miles like we did the other day towards nighttime over in the park, just to get some extra miles. And then we'll do a short run tomorrow if I can get her to, tomorrow morning, if I can get her to do the route I want to do, which will be about 8 miles. And that's our last run until Sunday, race day for Kendall Mountain. And then I will probably hang out there in Silverton for a couple days and just see if anybody needs any help for hard rock, either crew support, or I would even consider being a pacer for somebody if it was a easy section. And if that's the case, then we'll stay that whole week. I kind of want to stay the whole week anyways, because gosh dang, the field this year for hard rock is stacked. I mean, you got people like, well, Francois and Killian both are racing, and that head-to-head is going to be awesome. And then I kind of want to stay there for the Curie brothers are both running. So you got Jamil, who is not have the fitness because he hasn't been consistent with his training. He was sick 2 weeks ago, where he couldn't even run, that kind of stuff. And then his brother Nick is injured, but he seems like to feel he's fit enough to go. Now, if Nick Curie was fit, he'd be right up there with Killian and Francois, I know for a fact. But there's a lot of other big names there too that are showing up this year, so I kind of want to show up just for that, and maybe get some footage for a YouTube video, because they don't have any sort of live stream or anything like that, so I'd be able to make a video for my YouTube channel, not have to worry about copyright or anything like that. So we'll see. I might do that too. If I do that, then I'm gonna have to spend the next week pretty much charging all my batteries for my cameras, my drones, all that. So we'll see. Don't know what we'll do, but we'll see. But either way, I still need to get about 50 miles that next week. So, and I really want to do it at high altitude. So if we don't stay there for hard rock, then we're probably going to cruise over and hit a couple 14ers in probably more towards like the Leadville area more than anything. And then we'll head back here. I gotta drop her off in July, and then go down for a speed goat. I'll be running the speed goat 50K. And my goal when I signed up for it, I thought I would have a better training block under my belt and my fitness would be a lot better. I'll tell you what, after 2 years of just maintaining, not really doing anything to improve my fitness, like I rarely did a 100-mile week in the last 2 years really at all. Even training for my 100K last November. I think my biggest week was only in the 80s. So my fitness just isn't quite there. The good thing is, well, two things. I really wanted to improve my UTMB index score. So I had high hopes of possibly finishing in the top 10 if I could get my fitness going, because the field this year isn't as competitive as some of the past years. Seeing how my training was going, I kind of told myself that I'll be happy if I finish in the top 20. Now I'll be lucky if I finish in the top 20. But one good thing, where'd my dog go? Oh, she's over by this wood pile. Okay. Okay, now we're back onto power line. And it is you can see how far up we are now when we're joining it. We're above the halfway mark. Halfway mark is actually, I can't point behind me, right there is the halfway mark. So we were a little above the halfway mark, but this is the less steep part of power line until we get up to power line alternate. It was funny, yesterday I got a notification saying I'm the local legend for both this and the power line alternate. I'm like, how is that possible? I've only been out here like maybe, well, I figured maybe like 10 times in the last 90 days. It's actually been 16 times, I found out. Now today I won't get credit for it. I'll get credit for the alternate. I'm not gonna get credit for this. Here comes my dog. Here she comes. Yeah. She's got a little more energy. She's not as sluggish as she has been the last few days, which is impressive since we did 16 miles yesterday. At a pretty fast pace for us. Well, for her. I could have done a lot faster, but I start like the last, well, even actually once we turned around, so at the 8 mile mark, we made it all the way to Mystic Lake, which I'd never been to. So, and I actually thought it was about 2 miles further down. So I was actually quite surprised when here we rolled up and here was the lake. But pretty much from when we turned around, when she starts getting tired, I make sure she's ahead of me and I run her pace, which most of the way back was downhill or flat. There was on the way back, just because I noticed she'll do this thing where she'll lag way behind and then she sprints up ahead of me, gets in front of me, and then slows back down again. And it's her way of telling me to slow my ass down. And at that time I was doing like 9:05, 8:55 miles, hovering right around 9-minute miles. And it felt good. I wasn't like breathing hard. My heart rate wasn't skyrocketing, any of that. But we'll see. I ran pretty much the whole way up too, which was uphill, at least for the first 5 miles till we got to the single track. And then I had to keep slowing down because of her. Only because, not because she was tired, but she would keep seeing something or smelling something, and then she would like stop in the trail, and I couldn't get around her. But I was glad that I was able to maintain like a 9.5 minute, 10-minute pace uphill. It wasn't a huge uphill, but for me, it says something about my fitness at least getting a little bit better. Because last time we were out there on that trail, I had to walk quite a bit of it. Of course, a lot of that was just because it was so icy and snowy too, but for the most part, I just used the ice and snow as an excuse to justify as to why I was walking. But yesterday I ran the whole thing, and there's a few places where my heart rate was getting a little bit higher, but it was manageable. So I have hopes that most of Kendall Mountain I'll be able to just do a nice 10.5, 11-minute run up Kendall Mountain. And if I can do that, I should finish around probably 2 hour, 2:10, somewhere around there. 'Cause there's no reason why I won't be able to do at least an 8-minute mile on the way down, if not a little bit faster. We'll see. In reality, I will probably be, if something is gonna go wrong, like I was saying 2 days ago, I will have the best, what I feel is pretty good training, and then something will just go wrong that I can't recover from. And then I end up being a lot slower. Like I figured I'd be around the 2 hour mark. My last race, the 26K, which is longer than this. And I ended up being, of course it only had about, 1,300 feet of elevation gain on that race. But I ended up at a 2, and that was because of improper, has my own fault. It was hot out. Whole reason why I signed up for that race is to get more experience running in the heat and running at night. The night running didn't bother me. I actually did pretty good with it. But that heat, I was trying to stay with the leaders. I mean, I was in third. Actually I was in second for the first mile, and then based upon what pace he was running, I was like, there's no way I'm going to stay with him. So I just slowed down into a good, comfortable pace. I was probably in third place through the first 3 miles, and then I started getting like overheating, so I really slowed down, and I think I was in probably dropped back down to 10th place probably by the time we hit the first aid station, which was about mile 7. And then I just tried to maintain it, I think I finished. Because I was so far behind on my fueling, because trying to stay with the leaders, I wasn't drinking as much, I wasn't eating fuel. And so after the first lap, you had like a long loop and a short loop on the race. And after the first loop, the long loop, I was shot. So then after that, it was just trying to finish. And the second loop was a 10K. First loop was a 15K. Second loop was a 10K. And I got done. And I don't know, I think I finished around 16, 17, somewhere around there overall. Because that second loop is where all the vert was on. And I had to power hike up the ridge, where in any other situation I could have ran up it. And so while I was power hiking up that, I got passed by a few more people. Oh, I am sweaty right now. Oh my goodness, it is just getting hot out here. So yeah, I know, holy cow, from improper fueling and all that, I was just destroyed. I went back to my van, tried to suck down as much water as I could, drank a sparkling water, laid down, and shoot, within took about 20 minutes, but I had to lay down because I just had that what's the word I'm looking for? Total exhaustion, like body tingles going on. And like my hands were like cramping up. I couldn't even like keep my hands open. And laid down for a little bit, and that feeling kind of went away. As soon as that feeling went away, I had to rush out of my van and just dry heaved for, after I got all that up, I still dry heaved for probably 10 or 15 minutes. That was rough. So weather-wise, it doesn't look like it's supposed to be too bad for the race, but it is the San Juans this time of year, so weather can change. It's just like Montana, weather can change in half an hour. So we'll see what race they have. It's not a stacked field. I mean, there's still some just outstanding people there, but it's not like a super stacked field this year for Kendall Mountain. But it'll still be interesting to see how well I do. I'm hoping for a top 20 there as well, and I think Jamil is actually racing there, so it'll be interesting. I want to beat him. I doubt he's going to push it too hard, being that he has Hard Rock the week after. But I think he's like ranked 20th. I think I'm ranked like 26th or something like that. And that kind of goes into Speed Goat that I started to talk about, where I want a pretty good look overlooking the city. This is actually a better look than what you get at the very top. Although once you get all the way up here, you can see the whole surrounding area. But since Speed Goat isn't on Ultra Sign Up, I don't really care if I do bad or not in that aspect, as long as I finish, because I get my running stones. Because because it won't affect my ultra sign-up score, unlike the canyons that dropped me like 6 percentage points just that one race. Like, how the hell is that possible? But did it anyways. But so the only thing I have to worry about is my UTMB index, which I would also like to get up there. But I think there's no chance in hell I'm going to get my UTMB index score high enough to where I don't have to be in the lottery anymore. So as long as I get my running stones, that's all I care about. All the way to the top. Gotta get all the way to the top there, sweet girl. Yep. All the way. There you go. Okay, now we're all the way up. Overlooking the valley. Got the sleeping giant way out there. There's still a lot of snow on the mountain right there. Oh no, that's wrong mountain. Mountain, I can't even see it. Right there. My screen's too small. Okay, we're gonna try and see if I can get her to go the long way back down. What? Oh, you need some water? Okay, she needs some water, so I'm gonna set this down so you guys can just stare off over here.
Where's this dog?
Oh, thanks. Come here.
Are you videoing the crows?
What's that?
Are you seeing the crows?
No, I haven't.
They do this weird dance. It's like every once in a while in the spring I'll come up here and you'll just see them circling and circling. And today there's only 2, but.
Oh. No, I live stream all my training runs on Twitch.
Oh, what are you training for?
Well, I have this weekend Kendall Mountain, but my big race is Speedgo 50K here in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Where's that at?
That one's down in Utah.
Okay.
In Snowbird.
Oh. Well, the weather's perfect.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm a trail runner, but I run for relax. Stress with I do half marathons. But this year I just started a business last year, so I'm like booked. But I get up here. I was up here the other day when that storm hit. Are you from Helena?
Kind of.
Oh.
So I still own a place here in Helena.
Okay.
But I have it rented out. Me and her, because I just recently retired from the military, so this is my year to full on just train and see what I can do. I know what I've been able to do, train, half-time, but
good for you.
I'm gonna see what I can do this year. So we just travel around in our van and wherever the good training is.
That's good. Well, this is it.
Well, I've been here a lot just because there's, like down by Bozeman, up until, this week, there's been so much snow up, to where I can't really run anywhere, so.
Well, the Elkhorns, that's a great run. Have you done that one too?
Yeah, we tried to actually about, maybe 3 weeks ago, we took off from, like Pole Creek, and we were gonna run all the way up to Casey, and we got about 4 miles up, and there was still snow like 20 feet deep, so we had to turn around, and it looks like it's clear now, but we just haven't had a chance to get out there.
Yeah. So are you trail running then, or are you doing roads too?
Well, I do the occasional, more trail running, but I do use the roads to get extra miles.
Yeah. See, Red Mountain is one of my favorite. You can see there's still snow on it.
Yeah.
And that's a steep up, but that whole road up there gets, a little bit of traffic, but not a lot. I've run that and biked that. Of course, they've paved a big portion of it. Yes, it's definitely been a great year for getting out greenery. Many years ago, I've been a runner my whole life. Our family has a Sleeping Giant ranch, so I ran those hills forever. I hike that about 10 times a year. And I was working at a hotel. I don't want him to eat those little seeds. They're just sunflower seeds for this little chipmunk.
Oh, she'll find them.
This little chipmunk will come right up to me. But the crows were circling, so he ducked in. But anyway, there was a young kid that was going to college. She was from Ecuador.
Personal space there.
Yes. Obviously, we're friends now. So he came in one day asking for an application, and he was just a 24-year-old college kid from Ecuador, a little tiny thing. And we very little English. And he started to ask about, Kathy, do you run? And I said, yeah. Will you take me? So I started taking him on, this trail here is 8 miles.
Yep. Yeah, right? We've been doing this one a lot.
Yeah. And so I brought him on this, and there was snow. And the first thing he said is, Kathy, you got snakes here? And it's like February. And I go, yeah, we have snakes here. And I teased him about the elk poop being bear poop. But anyway, and so we took off running together. He just had this little tiny gait. He was just slow and steady, but suddenly he started running. I was getting busy in life, 3 kids I was raising alone, and da-da-da. So he would just take off and run on his own, and he started running the 100-mile races and winning them.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, he had never run before, and so then he ended up doing all kinds of, skiing and hunting, which he was never very good at. But he ended up moving to Missoula, met his perfect gal there. I haven't seen him since, but I'm sure he's still running.
Yeah.
So,
well, there's a good crew of runners over there, so if you can get hooked up with any of them.
I know. Well, good for you, and maintain. I know since I started my business, I'm like, I've got some races I've signed up for. Usually one every month is how I've maintained, just staying with it. Mm-hmm. But I have a flower shop here in town, and I'm just busy. So like this morning, I'm getting calls as I'm running. Sure, I can help ya.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm just like...
Well, good for you. So, what's the date of the one in Utah?
The 23rd or that weekend, whatever. And then Kendall Mountain, I'll be racing that this weekend. That's down in Silverton, Colorado. But that's only a 12-miler, so just a nice little training run. And then I might stay there for the week for Hard Rock, just if anybody needs any crew support or possibly pacing on an easy section anyways.
So what's your tattoo then? Symbolic of the mountains?
This one is actually, it's a game called Warhammer.
Oh, okay.
But so it's just
must have taken some time.
Oh yeah, it was multi days to get that one done.
Good for you bringing water for your dog. I see a lot of people up here and their dogs are just dying of heat.
No, I always bring 2 water bottles, one for her, one for me. And most of the time she gets into mine too.
Oh, yeah. My little dog stays home now because he doesn't get to go. He used to run the 8 miles with me. He's a little tiny Shih Tzu. And he thinks he's faster than everybody.
That's how she was yesterday. She's a little tired today because we did a 16-miler yesterday, and she always just like running around for the first like 10 miles, zipping around. I'm like, you need to pace yourself. You're going to run out.
They listen, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, enjoy.
Yeah,
Have
you
a
too.
good run.
Thanks. Let's go. We're going to go the long way. Yeah, we're going to go the long way. Oh, DJ Odessa, thanks for joining. Yeah, it's a pretty good view up here. Come on. Come on. See if I can get her to go the long way. See if I can get her to go the long way. You coming? There you go. Good girl. Yeah. Come on. Don't look at me like that. So we are going to lose video here or there. My dog's looking at me like she does not want to go the long way, but I'm going to force her to go anyway. Because even the long way, I'm only going to get maybe 4.5 miles in. I still need to get another 4 after that, so I'll probably have to do some loops around the park later this afternoon, I guess. She is still tired. I can tell she's tired from yesterday's run, but again, for the next probably mile, the video is going to go in and out, but the stream will stay up. My audio should still be good, but we have little portions here where we end up losing perfect signal. But come on, don't be playing any of that. She's looking at me like she's so tired and all that. She's not that tired. Don't let her fool you. I mean, she's tired, but she's not that tired. Like I said at the beginning, shoot, we didn't even make it. We were only sitting in the parking lot for like 10 minutes and all these cars showed up. Traveling, that's going to be the toughest part. Especially if we stay down there for Hard Rock. It'll be easy for me to get day probably, and it'll be a little bit more difficult. But we'll see. Okay, here my video's back. I mean, it'll go away again a couple times before we get all the way to our trail to turn around, but good girl. It'll be a little bit cooler now because we're not going to be as exposed. Maybe we'll have another half mile here where I have a little bit of exposure, but for the most part, we're going to be on the shady side of the mountain, and there's a little more trees in this section. So, yeah, good girl. Funny thing is, she's gonna wanna. This is what I have to deal with. How slow she's going. This is when she decides that she's tired and doesn't want to go anymore. She runs in front of me and then slows down. Some of it is just because she doesn't want me to leave her. I will never leave her. Point where she's like decides that she's tired and doesn't want to do it anymore. You can tell. As long as she has that little tail waggle going, that means she's still having fun. Oh, she smells something. Hopefully it's a chipmunk or a squirrel, because if she can find one of those, that'll. And to see what this section, how much erosion it got, and it got quite a bit of erosion too. It was just nuts when that storm came through. Hail, the wind was crazy. I thought I was gonna tip our van over. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Oh, she's gonna keep going. Funny thing is, she's probably gonna. We're gonna get up here to this intersection where we need to turn. It's just nothing but out exposed in the hot sun. She's already suffering. But she drank a lot of water. She drank half her bottle when we got to the top of the mountain. And keep going. Oh boy, erosion did not do this part of the trail. You want to talk about technical trails, rocky technical trails. All of these are pretty rocky and technical now after that erosion came through. I mean, this section has always been kind of rocky and technical, but roots and all that kind of stuff. Even more so after that erosion came in, or after that storm came through. Get that little butt going there, Missy. Hello. I can get 8 today and at least 8 tomorrow, I'll be sitting pretty good for my mileage. I'll probably still get because instead of leaving today, we're gonna leave tomorrow right after our run. I'll run, go shower, and then we'll take off. But because that'll put us, there's a place I know, it's a BLM land that I can stay at just north of Moab on the interstate still, whatever that is, I-80 or something, going through there. I-70 maybe, I think, probably I-70 actually. But we'll go there and then stay there the night, and then we can be in Silverton by noon, as long, because it only takes, from there you're probably talking 3.5, 4 hours, so be there by noon, get our race packet, kind of, and maybe get a short little run. Yes, she wants to go that way, which stays exposed. But we're gonna go this way because she's pretty tired, I can tell. Like, it'd be easy for us to go that way. I could get my extra miles, just go an extra 2 miles down, but it's all exposed. Like, I might even run out of water as warm as it is out here already this morning. She will definitely run out of water. So we'll just go this way, and then we might just go park in the park, and I'll just do some loops there, change my shoes out to some road shoes and do some loops there, get my extra 4 miles and be done. So in fact, I might just pause my workout, not even stop it and do a new one. Where are you going, you silly girl? You gotta go potty? Okay, you go potty. Yeah, good girl. They did a lot of cutting of trees down back in this area. Well, they did all over here, really. But... oh, good girl. Oh, that'll give you some energy. Well, maybe it will. Oh, there she goes. It's always like a burst of energy after she gets done going potty. I wanted to actually come up this way. It's the way I wanted to come up, because it is very much runnable for me. Any steeper, it wouldn't be runnable for me. But I think in retrospect, it was probably a good thing we didn't come this way, because although my legs are wakening up a bit, they're not as stiff as they were when we started from yesterday's long run. They're definitely still tired. So I'm just gonna run this down. Still got to figure out which shoes I'm going to wear for Kindle Mountain. I think I'm going to wear the Catamounts, Brooks Catamounts. It's a lighter shoe. It has good protection against rocks. My SI Pulsars, not the new Pulsar Trails, but the Pulsars are a decent shoe. I'd put it more in the commuter shoe, like you can wear it on the roads to get to the trails and then run some buffed out trails. Nice light shoe, nice and soft. I mean, it's a comfortable shoe, but it does not have any protection against rocks. You feel every single one of them. And then the Hokas, which I'm wearing now, the Speedgo 5s, are fairly soft, really. And even though they're not like heavy, they're by no means light as well. So, and they don't have any. If I go over a sharp rock on these, I can feel it in my foot as well. So, keep going, sweet girl. Not everybody is coming to say hi to you on the trail. So, and I know there's a lot of rocks on that course, especially when you get to the top of that final climb. So the Hokas would be great for traction on that final climb. But the Catamounts do pretty good too. So hopefully they'll do me. I really wanted to get some other trail shoes, but because of the backlog and freaking logistics, delivering crap, and it's the same thing with my marathon shoes I wanted to get. They came out 2 weeks before the marathon I was racing, the shoes I wanted to get, and they said they were supposed to be available on, I don't remember what day it was. We'll just say June 1st. And I logged on at 7 o'clock in the morning to get them, and it said they weren't available yet. And it even said available like June 1st or whatever. I think it was June 1st. And I'm like, what the hell? It's June 1st. Why are they not available? Well, then I had to do my, had a day full of training. I mean, I did probably 5 hours of between strength work and running and that kind of stuff that day. Showered, had some other stuff I had to do. All that. It wasn't until about 9 o'clock that night I logged back on just to be like, I wonder if they updated the date. Well, no, now they were sold out. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, so at 7 o'clock they weren't available yet. Now you're sold out. Like, what the hell? And then like the Speedgo 5s, when I tried to get them, they weren't available. Well, I went down to my local running store and they at least just got a shipment in. And they had my size, but only this one color, the black, which I don't really care about color, but I mean, it would be, if I can get a different color other than black, I will. But for like the S-Lab Pulsar Trails, or I don't know if it's an S-Lab, it might just be the Pulsar Trails. You want to go that way? I guess we can go that way. It'll be a little bit shorter, but I've already decided I'm going to get some extra miles down at the park, so whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. What does it all mean? Oh, geez, I'm getting all these notifications. Mid-Pack Elite reply back on a comment. He's here in Montana running some trails about 60 miles south of me. It'd be fun to get some miles with him. Although now I won't be able to because I'm on my way to Silverton here shortly. So, but he's running some trails down there that I've ran many miles on. I wish I had I don't know if you call it that for that size of a camera, but a gimbal, kind of. Basically a gimbal. Maybe it's probably still called a gimbal. For my DSLRs, you know, we could run up this. This is runnable up. Now that my legs are loosened up, she's like, nope, we're walking. Okay, fine, be that way. Because if I had one of those, I would definitely stay and try and do some filming on Hard Rock. The only gimbals I have are for my phone, which does pretty good. Are we okay? Finally, jeez, she finally decided we can run again. For my phone, I have one for my action camera. Don't really need it because it has that anti-whatever warning. Thank you. Okay. Yep, this way. And then you put a new battery in and it's like 100% battery. And then within like 5 seconds, it's like you can just watch the power meter and it'll be like 87% battery without even taking any video, just with it being turned on. And then it'll just keep dropping like every second, like 5% battery life. And it's like, what the hell? It's a brand new battery I just charged. And then you go to put it on the charger because the camera said that it was like 10% battery. You put it on the camera or on the charger and the charger is like 97% charged. Like, why are you charging this damn thing? It's like, because the camera said it had no battery. So there's something wrong with my camera. So I need a new one. So I'll probably end up having to spend the money. Keep, you know, on like a 10. But it is, I mean, it is, what, like at least 3 years old, if not 4 years old. So that's okay. It's just a matter of the fact that I have to spend the money on it. That sucks. But I guess that goes back to, I wish I had gimbal for my DSLR so that I could do some really good videos for Hard Rock. Like I said, I'd stay there and do that if I had better equipment for it. But who knows, maybe I'll get over there and talking to Jamil, because this is his first year doing this direction on the course, so you know, he can actually be like a true hard rocker or whatever. And get off the trail, Nessa. Hi.
Hi.
Get going there, Slowpoke. So I know he's going to be doing a lot of video for his race, and then also he said yesterday in their Trail Talk, their live stream, that you know, they possibly might do something with, you know, as long as him and his brother can hang with each other or whatever. I think his brother's going to run away from him, even being injured and not really doing much for the last month. I think his brother's going to run away from him. But I don't know, after talking to him, he may wants some on-course help as well for his video project. So I could do that. I'd be okay with that because I would get video creds on his video, which would help for my stuff. I would really like to. I've been thinking more and more about it. Starting a company just to do live streams for different events. And maybe not like Golden Trail Series production quality, but at least for some of these smaller races where people, it would be fun to do some live streaming stuff. Even like Hard Rock doesn't have any live streaming, but I can see that because there's some areas that are very remote. It would be hard to do stuff like that. There's not a lot of cell signal, but I have my Starlink, so I could use that. And if I somehow was able to get multiple Starlinks. The only bad thing about people, so now they came out with a Starlink for people like me, basically RVers, van life type people. Well, all these companies that are, hey there.
Oh, playful.
Oh, she'll be really playful now too. Hi there. Yeah. We haven't gotten up to Prairie Trail yet because we're still climbing. Prairie Trail does not climb, go in this direction. It is all downhill. We're not gonna quite. Oh yeah, we'll definitely get 4 miles. And then I'll just have to go down to the park because then she can sit there with the windows open and door open and stuff. It gets a little bit of airflow. And I can see her the entire time as I'm just doing it. Well, I figured out to get that distance would take 3 loops. People up here, but I don't see anybody. We should be getting close to where Prairie Trail comes in. Unless we're on Prairie Trail. I don't remember having any uphill though. Oh, she's chasing a chipmunk. Chasing a chipmunk down there. The only good thing is it's so wide open right here that I don't have to worry about her not being able to see me. But now she's going to be super tired. And we must be on Prairie Trail. I just do not remember it having any uphill coming from this direction. But it must. Now we're going to be out in the sun exposure for the next mile pretty much because past 2 years of them cutting down all the freaking trees around here. I get cutting down disease trees that are and beetle kill trees, stuff like that to help prevent fire, but they've been cutting down trees that are perfectly healthy. I don't get it. All it does is open it up and make it more exposed. And that's probably their reason for it, is to make it so that if there was a fire, it's not gonna, move as fast and take over the whole mountain. But also it just makes everything all exposed and all that. But whatever. I'm not a forestry, whatever person, so maybe they know something I don't know, but I don't know why you'd cut down perfectly good trees up here. In a city park. Oh, there's people up there on the H. That's the big H overlooking Helena. It's actually 1906 up there. I don't know what they're doing up there, but whatever. Whatever. Easy hill. I don't know where that goes. Oh, I think there's just a little hill outcropping over here. That probably connects to Ambrose or something. There's so many trails out here that just intersect that I've never been on. Wow, there was even a lot of erosion on this trail even after that storm a couple nights ago. It's part of me knowing that I need to do another 4 miles that just wants to wait until later tonight. But that also is supposed to get as warm as it's supposed to get today in order for it to be cool enough for me to feel like running. It would be at like 9 o'clock at night and I don't want to run that late. Then I'll be all hopped up and won't be able to go to sleep. And we need to get up fairly early so we can, hopefully, we're going to try and do our 8.5 mile route over on Mount Ascension tomorrow, which I would have done today, but I figured she'd be tired after our long run yesterday, which she is, so didn't think there was a chance in hell I'd get her to do that route. So but we'll do that, and then we have to get on the road, and we're just going to take our time driving down to Colorado. But just because we'll have the time. Like I said, I don't have to be there until Friday to pick up my packet. So we could drive all the way down there tomorrow, but come on, we're almost there. But I don't want to push that long of a day, because I think it's only like maybe 14 hours probably drive down there. I don't know. But I don't want to get down there and then not find a place to sleep either. So I'm not sure how during race week like this, how the community down there in Silverton takes for people just like parking their van on a street or whatever. I'm guessing during like Hard Rock and probably the weekend, during the races on the weekend, they don't have an issue with it, but I don't want to get going. Trying to get her to go ahead of me so I don't keep running away from her like I am. I mean, like a quarter mile from the end there, sweet girl. Only a quarter mile from the end, so you can rest assured that we're almost there. Almost there. Although these guys are hogging the whole trail. Slow down, Nessa. Slow down. Sorry, I just didn't want her to like run right into you. Okay, keep going. I'm so that because of that, I don't want to show up on Thursday night and then, because I know the camping spots around there are definitely, okay, hold up, stay there. Yeah, we don't want you, I can't tell if doggy police is down there, so we don't want you to get in trouble. Because the doggy police are a bunch of dicks. Let's go this way. And it's really only one guy. There's only one person that does it. And he is just a dick. You can tell he is not a fan of animals. Full still. Well, it's even more full than it was. I don't even know if there's any spots there now. We didn't even get our 4 miles. Means I'm gonna have to do a minimum of 4 loops since we cut it short. Where are you going? Come on. I think we're just gonna take and I'm gonna pause it until we get to another place for me to finish. What are you doing? Oh, you gotta go potty? Okay, go. Go really quick. Right there? Okay. There we go. Okay, we are and I will not, well, my phone's almost dead, but I'm not gonna stream this next bit of miles, so we will end the stream, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I'll probably, even though I'm going to be on my computer and I'm probably going to play some games, probably not going to stream it, but we'll see. Maybe I will. I do need to change out a module, all that kind of stuff too. Okay, get on up. Get on up, you silly girl. Yeah, you're a good girl. Such a good girl. But anyways, thank you everybody for joining me today, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll do something in Kindle. We'll see. I don't know. I'm definitely maybe pre-race or post-race. Definitely not during the race. I'm going to be pushing myself as hard as I can. So, but anyways, bye guys. Love you all.